Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well and thanks for being here. This reading is a timeless reading and it's meant to be for somebody out there. My intention is that it's going to find the person it's meant for and at the right time. It's definitely not intended to be for everyone, so if the storyline that emerges doesn't resonate, it's probably not your reading. You can still watch the whole reading. It's always an intention of mine that anyone who's drawn to one of my readings will gain something from it. That could be an insight, a piece of wisdom, or just the opportunity to see something from a different perspective. So if you happen to be here, do watch the video. I do feel like you're meant to be here if you find this video. All right, we'll get started. We'll just do our love pause first. This is where we pause the video and send some love out into the universe. You can do this as a Ho'oponopono prayer if you prefer, and that involves saying the 4 sentences. Thank you, I love you, I'm sorry, and please forgive me. So thanks to everyone who does it. I should also say I'm still getting over that. Well, I'm over the infection, I think, but I still got this lingering cough. It is getting better, but I may cough. I'll try not to, but I may cough during this reading. But anyway, we'll pause the video now. We'll do our love pause, and then I'll start the reading on the next slide. Okay, so this is the spread that showed up for this reading. If you're interested in the decks I've used, I'll have them listed in the description box. Now at the bottom of the deck we have the Death card, which is a Scorpio card. The Death card is about something ending or a profound transformation or rebirth. And in the traditional image, it's interesting because Death is on a horse actively taking lives. So it's quite different to this image. In this image, Death is kind of sitting around looking bored, like he's waiting for his next gig, really. So I feel like if there is an ending, transformational rebirth, maybe it hasn't started yet, hasn't happened yet. I do feel like it's meant to because this card is here, but it looks like Death is waiting to be called, really. So that's an interesting start. Now, the card in the past position is the Eight of Cups, and that's about someone walking away from a life that they've invested quite a lot into. Eight of Cups is really quite a big investment, and with this being the suit of cups, we're talking about something that meant a lot too. So cups relates to the emotional experience of life. So this is something that someone cared a lot about, but they've decided to walk away. And it's essentially because they realize that the path they're on isn't the right path for them. So they've left something big to find the right path. So this is one of those cards that I do see as courageous because it's someone seeing the truth of a situation and then taking action. So they're leaving a life that is well established in order to find something else, and they may not really even know what they're looking for, or if it's out there, or if it's even possible. So you know they're leaving. Even as they're leaving, they've got this fear, I guess, that they could be making a big mistake. Now, the card's imagery is usually of someone walking off into the darkness of a moonlit night. Now, the moon card in tarot is about a lack of clarity and fears, subconscious fears, and having to rely on instincts and intuition to move in the right direction. So I see this person walking off into the night as this person facing those fears and trusting that they're doing the right thing. The card in the present position, we've got someone in Four of Cups energy. So this is someone who feels like their life is lacking. They aren't too excited by the 3 cups that they're focusing on. The universe actually has a 4th cup for them that they aren't seeing. So it's there, it's waiting to be noticed and explored. And this 4th cup is going to be like the Ace of Cups. It's something that's going to bring happiness and joy. So I feel like perhaps this person who has walked away from their old life still hasn't found the thing that's going to make them feel really fulfilled. But in this image, the cup is right behind them. It's in frame, so to speak. So they really just need to notice it and look into it. Now, the future card is interesting. It's the Hanged Man. And this is a card about someone who is stuck in some way. They feel trapped and unable to escape from their circumstances, unable to make any progress in life. Now, at first I was looking at this spread and I was thinking, gosh, that's not a good card to finish on. And so I did actually pull a clarifier card for that. And I'll go there in a minute. But then it dawned on me that this is a vampire in this card. So it's a vampire that's stuck, whereas the other characters all look human except for Death, obviously. Now, a vampire is not a good energy. So it's making me think of an energy vampire, actually. So what I'm wondering is if this is someone else, so someone who was an energy vampire, like a narcissistic energy, and I feel like they're stuck. So I'm feeling like this might even relate to this whole storyline. So that Eight of Cups person, they might have actually been leaving a narcissist. Like it finally clicked that they were dealing with someone narcissistic, and that's why they abandoned the path they were on. Now, leaving narcissists, it does tend to be challenging. Narcissists tend to get nasty if they're not getting their way. So here we have this vampire getting stuck. So this might actually be a good thing, because if they're stuck, they can't do anything nasty anymore. They're bound. Now, I'm not sure what's happened here, but maybe they did something and they ended up in prison. This could be a physical prison, but I'm also thinking about the fact that this is a Neptune card, and Neptune obviously relates to the 12th house. This could actually be like a spiritual prison where someone just is spiritually stuck. And the 12th house, I should say, imprisonment is one of the things that can relate to the 12th house. Now, a spiritual prison would mean that they're blocked from blessings, they're blocked from manifesting anything, and this will mean like they just can't prosper in life anymore. So if they had money, it will probably dry up, and then they'll struggle to make more money. If they had stability, that's going to go. If they had a support system, they'll end up losing it. If they had a reputation or social standing, that's going to go away as well. So spiritual prison is not good. It's just, all the good things that a person could attract, that just becomes like not possible anymore. And unfortunately, looking at this clarifier card I pulled, it could actually be worse than that, because this clarifier card is titled Urn, and we're basically seeing a funeral scene. And so that pulled me back to the card at the bottom of the deck being Death, and Death was, sitting around waiting for his next gig. So this feels a little dark, but maybe this narcissist is going to end up actually passing away. And that's a bit sad, I guess, but yeah, anyway, I'll just look at the words on this urn card. We've got loss, death, forfeiture, grief, closed up, bereaved, breakup, poverty, collapse, dispossess, remove, dismantle, deprive, absence, change of state, setback, it's over and done. So there's a few messages on there, and some of those could fit with the spiritual prison kind of scenario I was talking about. But there's a lot of words there that could relate to death itself. And we have basically with the spread, we've got two cards that are talking about death. So we've got the death card and the urn card. So that's a heavy message. But I guess this narcissist may have taken things too far. I feel like there's been some kind of divine judgment, and that has meant that this narcissist is getting some consequences for the things they've done to this person. So for this person in this reading, I guess they're going to be free of this narcissistic energy one way or another, whether they're a spiritual prison or they're passing away. It's going to come to an end. This particular enemy isn't going to be able to hurt them anymore. Now that clarifier card, the urn card, is a number 5, and it has the symbol for Cancer on it. So maybe that's relevant for someone. I don't know if it could be a timing thing as well, because 5 might be May, which is the 5th month, or it could be talking about 5 months. And I say that because some people use the suits to represent things. So swords for days, and wands for weeks, and cups for months, and pentacles for years. So this is a water sign card. Sorry, guys. This is a water sign card, so that's cups, and so that would be 5 months. Also, Cancer season is obviously June, July, so it could also be a date in Cancer season that reduces to 5. So that would be like the 23rd of June, the 5th of July, or the 14th of July. So if it's a timing thing, there's a few possibilities there. Now, Leo shows up as one of the oracle cards, and it has the message, I will. So that's someone with a strong will. That could be a relevant sign for someone, either the person this reading is for or the narcissist. We've also got Cancer, obviously, so that could be a sign as well. Now, this might have been, with this I will, this might have been two strong-willed individuals who just weren't going to give in to each other. Now, there's another card here, another oracle card. It's titled Astrology, and it has the keyword destiny. So I feel like this person, or the person this reading is for, they might have an important destiny. And I did see the number 17 on that Leo card. So 17 in the tarot relates to the star card, which is an Aquarius card. And that's kind of interesting too, because Aquarius is the opposite sign to Leo, and they're both masculine signs. So I could almost see that message of I will relating to both of those signs, because they're both masculine and fixed signs. So, you know, they would be strong-willed, both of those individuals. So we could be talking about someone who's a Leo and then the other person is an Aquarius. The star card also often makes me think of someone who has a dream that they're guided to pursue. Sometimes it makes me think of the North Node with the star card as well. And I think thinking back to that Eight of Cups, you know, where someone sees that the path isn't right for them and they feel guided to leave and pursue something else, that could also fit with North Node energies. So this person that left that Eight of Cups, you know, they may actually have an important destiny, like they may have been focused on their destined path, and then this narcissist person was maybe trying to block them from moving in that direction. Now, on this astrology oracle card, there are a few zodiac signs that are quite visible. I think I can see Leo and Aquarius, but really the three in the foreground are Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Aquarius, so more signs showing up. But I find that interesting that those three are the prominent ones, because these are actually consecutive signs on the zodiac wheel. So from late November, which is when we would start Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is then followed by Capricorn, and then Aquarius, which will run through to late February. And February, is that 5 months away? I think. No, not quite. I think it's probably 4 and a bit, isn't it? Because we're in October now. But that's still quite close to 5 months, isn't it? So maybe if someone is passing away, we're getting another indicator that it's that 5 month period, because we've got this Sagittarius to Aquarius season thing. This could be something where there's a bit of a decline in someone's health. So it could start in December and then ultimately they pass away. It's on the destiny card, this. So I don't feel like it's someone's destiny. I don't think. I feel like it could be more like someone who's been on the wrong side of divine judgment, really, is how I'm perceiving this storyline. But yeah, I suppose, I mean, I don't know if it could be destiny. It could be related to this person's karma, maybe, like because of that Neptune 12th house kind of energy, because past life karma does kind of come into that as well. So with that Hanged Man energy, I guess it's possible this is like a karma thing. Now, the only other oracle card we've got here is titled Scrying, and it has the keyword intuition. So there is a crystal ball here. Now, I'm not really sure how this relates to the story. I guess I'm kind of getting the sense that someone's going to pass away, so that's kind of coming through intuitively. I don't know. But scrying to me, I mean, scrying really, it's actually a form of divination that relates to looking into crystal balls or water or reflective surfaces, and people can see things in there, see visions or see shapes in there. I've not actually tried it myself, because I've always thought of it as something like a clairvoyant kind of thing to do. I don't feel that I'm particularly clairvoyant. I mean, I've never tried. I just don't know if I would see anything in there. But perhaps this person, this narcissistic person, is clairvoyant and they divine by scrying. So they might have been using scrying as a way to monitor this person or predict their future moves, or try to interfere with things that they were doing. I honestly don't know that much about scrying, so I don't know what is and isn't possible, is what I want to say, but I definitely feel like this narcissistic person, they were bad news, because I mean, as far as I'm concerned, like even garden variety narcissists are horrible and dangerous, but this here, we might be talking about a narcissist who has psychic abilities or occult knowledge. they're a dark practitioner perhaps. Like that would be a nightmare because they could be hitting their victims with spell work and energetic manipulation and dark magic, and basically their victims would have no idea that this was going on. They would have no idea that this person was doing this to them. So so that's a bit scary. So so I'm thinking back like to that Eight of Cups. So someone could have got quite invested in something with someone not realizing that they were actually attacking them energetically or through magic or whatever. And so it's when they realized that this person wasn't good for them that they decided to leave. It's possible. Now, this person here, they might not even be this dark practitioner's first victim, really, because if someone is this kind of person, if they're narcissistic and they can do these kinds of things, there might have been many other victims in their past. And so that could be why there's divine intervention that's coming through so harshly. So this narcissist might have gone too far. They might have broken all kinds of spiritual laws. They might have, caused other people a lot of difficulties. They might even have killed people using magic. Like that stuff does happen. So with this particular person, this person in this reading showing up as someone with an important destiny. This narcissistic person's actions might actually have been interfering with the divine's plan for that person. So I guess if this person has an important destiny, then that's the divine wants that to play out, and this person is trying to block it. So they're in kind of direct opposition with the divine plan. And that obviously is not going to go well because the divine plan is the plan that should happen. I feel like when that happens, the divine's probably going to warn someone that they're overstepping, and if that doesn't make them stop, the divine's going to stop them. So thinking back to that death card at the start, maybe the divine has given instructions to death, and it's something like, look, this person can stop what they're doing and transform if they choose to, but if they choose not to, they're going to have to go. They'll have to be removed, and that's kind of what death is waiting for. Death is waiting for the verdict to get the green light. So if the divine says, look, this person is not stopping, you have to go get them, then death is going to be off on his horse to collect this person. Gosh, interesting reading. So sorry, guys, that wasn't the nicest reading, but it is what I've got. I'm trying to think. I feel like I had a thought as I was speaking, and I've probably lost it. Probably have lost it. Oh, sorry, I think it was to do with the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man is obviously a position where someone can have a change of perspective. So if this person is currently perhaps in spiritual prison, they could actually reevaluate things that are going on and have a change of perspective, decide to stop what they're doing and move in a different direction. But again, if that doesn't happen, if they keep getting in the divine's way, I think the divine's going to clear them out. That's what I'm feeling. So that is interesting. So sorry, it's not the nicest reading. It is what I've got. I will close the reading now because I don't think I can see anything else here. Okay, so that's it. This is the last slide. I feel like my voice has struggled a bit through this video, so sorry about that. But anyway, that's the reading. Thank you all for being here. Thanks for watching. If you like my videos, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you've watched this whole video, please give it a like and leave a comment if you feel guided to. And thanks to all my subscribers. Your support is greatly appreciated. And that's it. So I will hopefully see you all in another video. Take care. Bye, guys.